Have you ever looked in the mirror, admired your silver strands, and then suddenly thought, am I doing this right? If so, you're not alone. Gray hair is undeniably beautiful, but caring for it isn't always as effortless as we hoped. The truth is, while embracing your natural gray is a bold and empowering move, it also requires a little extra love to truly shine. Let's get one thing straight. Gray hair is not a flaw, it's a crown. It reflects experience, wisdom, and the kind of confidence that can't be bottled or bought. But like anything truly special, it deserves the right care. And unfortunately, many women, often unknowingly, make small mistakes that dull the brilliance of their gray hair over time. Here's the good news. Most of these mistakes are easy to fix, and once you know what they are, you can avoid them altogether. Whether you're newly transitioning to gray or have been rocking silver for years, these tips will help you maintain softness, shine, and style without frustration. Now, why does gray hair require a different approach? As we age, the structure of our hair changes. It can become drier, more coarse, and prone to yellowing or frizz. Products that once worked wonders might now leave your hair feeling dull or lifeless. And don't even get me started on the subtle things, like heat styling, harsh shampoos, or outdated cuts that sabotage your look without you even realizing it. That's exactly why I created this video, to help you spot the 10 most common gray hair mistakes women regret making, plus show you how to avoid them with elegance and ease. We'll talk products, cuts, care routines, and mindset shifts that will help you not just wear your gray, but own it. So whether you're still transitioning or fully silver, grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's walk through these together. Because by the time we reach mistake number 10, you'll be seeing your gray hair in a whole new light. Let's start with one of the most overlooked but foundational mistakes that could be holding your hair back without you even realizing it. Let's start with the basics because this one mistake sets the tone for everything else, using the wrong hair products. If you're still using the same shampoo and conditioner you used when your hair was brunette, it's time for an upgrade. Gray hair has a completely different structure. It tends to be drier, coarser, and more porous, which means it absorbs and loses moisture more easily. Products that once gave you bounce and shine might now leave your hair looking flat, frizzy, or dull. The key is to switch to formulas made specifically for silver or white hair. These products are designed to combat common gray hair issues like dryness, yellowing, and rough texture. Look for ingredients like argan oil, keratin, and hyaluronic acid. These not only hydrate but also strengthen and smooth your strands, making them easier to style and more manageable day to day. But hydration isn't enough. To truly elevate your gray hair's appearance, weekly deep conditioning treatments are essential. Think of them as a spa day for your hair, nourishing treatments that restore softness and shine while preventing that wiry, brittle feel we all try to avoid. And here's a little mentor tip. If your hair feels coated or heavy after washing, your product might contain silicones or sulfates, ingredients that often build up and weigh gray hair down. Go for sulfate-free, lightweight products that allow your natural texture and tone to shine through. Now that we've laid the foundation with the right products, let's address another subtle enemy of beautiful gray hair, one that can sneak up on even the most careful routines. Now that you're using the right products, let's talk about one powerful item that so many women forget or are too nervous to use: purple shampoo. If your gorgeous silver strands have ever taken on a dull yellowish hue, you're not imagining it. Gray hair is more porous, meaning it soaks up impurities from the environment, things like pollution, heat styling, and even minerals in your tap water. Over time, those influences can cause unwanted brassy tones to creep in, making your hair look tired instead of radiant. That's where purple shampoo becomes your secret weapon. Because purple sits opposite yellow on the color wheel, it neutralizes those warm tones and restores clarity to your gray, making it appear cleaner, brighter, and more polished. It's like a color corrector for your hair, and it works wonders when used the right way. But here's the key: don't overdo it. Purple shampoo is powerful, and using it too frequently can leave behind a faint lavender cast, probably not the look you're going for. Once a week is usually enough to keep your tone fresh without going overboard. Think of purple shampoo as your maintenance hero. It doesn't replace your regular products, but it boosts and protects your color like nothing else can. Now that we've tackled tone, it's time to talk about something that silently damages silver strands every single day. And yes, we're looking straight at your favorite styling tools. Let's be honest, we all love that polished look from a quick blowout or a few passes of the flat iron. But when it comes to gray hair, heat can be both a friend and a foe. Why? Because gray strands are naturally drier and more delicate. The lack of melanin not only affects color, it also changes the hair's structure, making it more prone to breakage, dullness, and frizz when exposed to high temperatures. That's why styling without protection is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. If you're regularly blow drying, curling, or straightening your hair without a heat protectant, you're basically inviting damage in. And the effects might not be obvious at first, but over time, you'll start to notice that your once soft gray hair feels coarse, brittle, and harder to manage. The fix? It's simple. Always use a heat protectant spray or cream before styling. These products create a barrier between your hair and hot tools, sealing in moisture and reducing long-term damage. And if you can, turn down the temperature settings. Most tools default to high heat, but gray hair doesn't need that kind of intensity. On days when you're not in a rush, try letting your hair air dry or embracing its natural texture. You might be surprised by how elegant and effortless it looks without the heat. Now that we've protected your strands from damage, let's move on to something that impacts not just how your hair feels, but how it frames your entire face: your haircut. Sometimes the biggest thing holding us back isn't our hair texture or color, it's the cut we've been clinging to for years. Let's face it, what worked for you 10 or 15 years ago may not be doing you any favors today. As we age, our face shape softens, our hair becomes finer or more coarse, and our personal style evolves. Yet many women keep the same haircut out of habit or fear of change, and that can unintentionally age your overall look. Here's the truth: gray hair thrives with the right modern cut. A fresh, updated style can highlight the natural beauty of your silver strands while also lifting and framing your features. It's not about cutting everything off, it's about choosing a shape that enhances your texture, adds volume, and reflects your personality. Think soft layers, angled bobs, or even a chic pixie with movement. These styles bring life to gray hair, making it look fuller, shinier, and more intentional. And if you prefer long hair, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure the ends are healthy and the shape is current. Add long layers or face framing pieces to keep it from dragging your look down. The right cut doesn't just flatter your hair, it transforms your whole presence. Now that we've talked about the power of a good cut, let's move on to something just as important: keeping that cut looking fresh. Because the next mistake isn't about the style you choose, it's about what happens when you stop maintaining it. If you're growing out your gray hair, it might feel counterproductive to reach for the scissors. After all, longer hair takes time, so why trim it, right? But here's the catch: avoiding regular trims can actually make your hair look less healthy, less polished, and, ironically, shorter in the long run. Gray hair tends to be more prone to dryness and split ends, which are far more visible on silver strands than on darker hair. Even if your color is on point and your cut is flattering, frayed ends can sabotage your entire look. Instead of that sleek, graceful finish, you're left with a rough, tired appearance that lacks refinement. The solution isn't drastic. A small trim every 6 to 8 weeks, even just half an inch, can make a world of difference. It helps your hair maintain shape, movement, and shine while preventing damage from traveling further up the strand. And let's be honest, there's something emotionally uplifting about a fresh trim. It makes you feel put together, intentional, and confident, like you're actively caring for yourself, not just letting your hair do its thing. When your ends are clean, the rest of your hair follows suit. It styles better, holds volume longer, and looks vibrant instead of weighed down. Now that your strands are trimmed and healthy, let's talk about something that can make your hair go from nice to wow in minutes. Volume. Let's be real, flat, lifeless hair doesn't do anyone any favors. And yet, one of the most common mistakes I see with gray hair is accepting volume loss as inevitable. Yes, thinning can be part of the natural aging process, but that doesn't mean we have to settle for limp or deflated strands. In fact, volume is your best friend when it comes to making gray hair look youthful, vibrant, and full of life. The right amount of lift at the crown or bounce through the ends can completely transform your look, making your hairstyle appear intentional, fresh, and modern. So, how do we add volume without creating stiffness or stickiness? Start with lightweight volumizing products. Think mousses, root lifting sprays, or foams designed for mature hair. These formulas provide structure and fullness without weighing your hair down, which is especially important for fine or thinning strands. A little trick I love: gentle back combing at the crown, paired with a blast of cool air from your blow dryer. It's a quick way to add subtle lift that lasts all day. And remember, volume doesn't have to mean big, exaggerated styles. Even soft body and movement can create a more lifted, youthful frame around your face. The bottom line: fullness equals freshness. And gray hair with bounce and body instantly looks more elegant, more flattering, and more alive. Now that you've added that beautiful fullness back into your hair, let's explore a totally optional, but totally transformative mistake many women make: thinking gray hair means giving up on color. There's a common misconception that once you go gray, you have to give up on color completely. But here's the truth: going gray doesn't mean going dull. Your silver strands are a stunning statement on their own, but with the right touch of color enhancement, they can look even more dimensional, polished, and luxurious. Many women avoid any kind of coloring because they're afraid it will undo their natural gray, but what they don't realize is that strategic enhancements can actually make gray hair look better, not less natural. One of the easiest ways to elevate your look is by adding low lights or a soft balayage. These techniques don't cover your gray. Instead, they enhance it, adding depth, contrast, and that expensive looking finish we all love. The result: your hair appears fuller, more textured, and far from flat. And if you're not quite ready to commit to any kind of color, there's another option: gloss treatments. Think of them as clear or tinted top coats for your hair. They help smooth the cuticle, neutralize brassiness, and give your gray strands a silky, radiant glow. The beauty of these enhancements is that they're subtle, low maintenance, and completely customizable. You're not hiding your gray, you're celebrating it in high definition. Now that you've embraced the power of dimension and shine, it's time to shift our focus from the hair itself to what lies underneath: your scalp, the true foundation of healthy, vibrant gray hair. We spend so much time focusing on how our hair looks, but rarely stop to think about where it grows from. Yes, your scalp. And if you're not treating it with the same care and attention as your strands, you're missing a vital part of the gray hair puzzle. A dry, flaky, or irritated scalp can lead to dull, brittle, and even thinning hair. And because gray hair is naturally more delicate, any imbalance at the root level will show up fast, whether it's in the form of breakage, lack of shine, or uneven texture. Think of your scalp as the garden bed. If the soil isn't healthy, the flowers can't bloom. So what can you do? Start by adding a gentle scalp exfoliation once a week to remove buildup, dead skin cells, and leftover product. This clears the way for better circulation and nutrient absorption, which directly supports stronger, healthier growth. Follow it with a hydrating scalp serum or oil, especially if you deal with dryness or itchiness. These lightweight formulas soothe the skin, rebalance moisture, and give your hair the healthy base it needs to thrive. Taking care of your scalp isn't just about comfort, it's about long-term beauty. When the foundation is healthy, your gray hair naturally looks shinier, softer, and more resilient. Now that we've cared for your roots, let's address something deeper, the mindset. Because no matter how good your hair looks, it won't feel right if you don't feel confident wearing it. Let's pause for a moment, because this next mistake isn't about products or techniques. It's about something deeper, how you feel when you look in the mirror. Too many women make the mistake of embracing gray hair without fully embracing themselves. They let self-doubt creep in. They wonder, does this make me look older? Or, what will people think? And suddenly, that bold, beautiful choice starts to feel like a burden. But here's the truth. Gray hair is not a flaw. It's not a compromise. It's not giving up. It's a reflection of everything you've lived through. It's proof that you've earned your confidence, not from fitting in, but from standing tall in your own identity. The world will only see your silver as beautiful when you wear it with pride. Confidence is what transforms your look from ordinary to magnetic. It's the scarf you toss over your shoulder, the bold lipstick you swipe on without hesitation, the sparkle in your eyes that says, yes, this is me. So if you've been hiding behind hats or hair dye out of fear, not choice, it's time to reclaim your power. Play with your style, experiment with cuts, and add accessories that reflect your personality. Your gray hair is a canvas. Make it yours. And now, let's finish strong by busting the biggest myth of all, the one that keeps so many women from ever giving gray a chance in the first place. This is the big one, the myth that holds so many women back. Gray hair makes you look old. Let's be clear, that idea is outdated, untrue, and quite frankly, limiting. What actually makes you look older? It's not the color of your hair, it's how you wear it. A dull cut, lifeless styling, or lack of self-assurance can age you faster than any silver strand ever will. On the flip side, gray hair paired with the right shape, shine, and attitude can look fresh, modern, and even youthful. Think about it. How many women have you seen with striking silver hair and a presence that lights up a room? It's not because they dyed it, hid it, or fought it. It's because they owned it, with confidence, with grace, with intention. Don't let outdated beauty standards tell your story. Gray hair doesn't age you, it reveals a new chapter. One where you no longer chase trends or cover up. One where your style speaks louder than your color ever could. Add a pop of red lipstick. Throw on those bold earrings. Find a signature look that makes you feel alive, because when you feel good, you radiate beauty. And that's something no number or hair color can define. So here's your permission slip. Your gray hair is not holding you back. It's setting you free. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's been your biggest aha moment in your gray hair journey? So here we are, 10 gray hair mistakes that so many women make, not out of carelessness, but simply because they weren't told there's a better way. And now that you know, you're already ahead of the curve. Let's take a moment to celebrate something important. Choosing to go gray is not a step back. It's a step into your power. Every silver strand carries a story. Every soft wave of white reflects not just age, but experience, resilience, and wisdom. And when cared for with intention, your gray hair becomes more than just a color. It becomes your signature. What this video has really been about isn't just hair, it's confidence. Because when you understand what your hair needs, whether that's hydration, a better haircut, or simply a new perspective, you stop trying to fix yourself and start honoring who you are today. And that, my friend, is the real glow up. You now have the tools to nurture your silver strands, highlight their natural beauty, and walk out into the world with your head held high. Whether you've just started noticing those first sparkles of gray or you've been fully silver for years, you deserve to feel radiant, polished, and proud. And you don't have to do it alone. I want to hear from you. What's been the hardest part of embracing your gray hair, and what's brought you the most joy? Share your experience in the comments. Let's build a space where women can inspire each other to show up fully, unapologetically, and with elegance. And if this video helped you feel more confident in your silver crown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless style and beauty tips tailored for women just like you. Because this isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling powerful, graceful, and unapologetically you. Until next time, stay elegant, stay radiant, and let your gray hair be your glory.